Shalom, today is April 8th and we're in day 550 days of the war in Israel. Just the other day, a rocket hit Ashkelon. We'll see a cartoon about that one. Yediot Achronot, the headlines, is that Trump, he says, we will manage direct talks with Iran. That is good news for Israel, just Trump is taking charge in a way. It says it is a surprising announcement, Hoda'a mafti'a, a surprising announcement of the US president after a quick meeting with Netanyahu. This is the second meeting with Netanyahu in 2 months. That's a lot. Here's the cartoon of the day. Bruchim haba'im le'Ashkelon. Welcome to Ashkelon. And a big rocket hits the city. It is true, this happened. And here a mother's walking with her child and she's saying, Kepesa me. Kepesa, she's starting a slogan that Netanyahu uses, which says, he says, Kepesa me'anitzachon, meaning a step from victory. We're a step from victory. And he said that almost a year and a half ago. We're a step from victory. Right here, 550 days later, we're still getting bombed from Hamas in Gaza. Bapam hashniya betoch chodshayim, the second time within 2 months, the Prime Minister of Israel meets the US President, Trump. And Trump reveals, Hasichot im Iran yatchilu b'Shabbat. The talks with Iran will start on Saturday. This is to protect the US, to protect Israel, specifically about the nuclear threats that Iran has out there. The goals of these talks between the US and Iran is to come to an agreement about the nuclear weapon. And Trump, iyem means he threatened, Trump threatened. These talks will not succeed, Iran will be in great danger. These things Trump said after his talk with Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel. In addition to the nuclear threat topic that they spoke about, the two also discussed the chatufim, which means the hostages, and the Israeli concern of the, you can say, the attempts of Turkey to base themselves in Syria, which has a direct border with Israel. The American president also said how much he was shaken by the descriptions of the ones who survived the captivity in Hamas. He met with a few of them, and he said he was shaken by their descriptions, and he promised, "Anachnu menasim," we're trying to bring to release all of the hostages, and we're hoping this will happen soon. Netanyahu says that they do see some sort of movement in Hamas's stand as Israel's continue to put military force and pressure on Gaza and Hamas. Netanyahu is quoted, "We're trying to get out all of the hostages out, and we're trying to get Hamas out of Gaza as well." We spoke about the very courageous vision of Trump for Gaza, including countries that will be receiving the Palestinians from Gaza that will want to move to those countries out of their free will. Here on the right, we read about the Egyptian offer, and it says Israel confirmed last night, that this is Egypt's offer for the new hostage deal, because Egypt is trying to mediate between Hamas and Israel as the gaps are so big. And Egypt's offer is this: 8 live hostages will be released to Israel in exchange for a complete ceasefire of between 40 to 70 days. Israel will renew the humanitarian aid into Gaza and will release a large number of terrorists from her prisons. Israel is saying that although, yes, 8 live hostages is a higher number than what Hamas was asking for 4 live hostages, Israel is still saying that there are some difficult components in this suggestion, and they want to stick to Witkoff's suggestion, which is just a better deal for Israel. We'll see where it leads to, and everybody in Israel is praying for the hostages to come back for another Passover to be complete and not broken up in families, but in the Passover, which is coming right up, more hostages will be at home with their families. Next, 7,826 ימי מילואים על במה אחת. 7,826 reserve duty days all on one stage. This happened in a large committee that actually the newspaper had organized with many talks to politicians, talks to key people. It was called the Committee of the People of the Country, which is kind of key people or special people of Israel. It says, Bishvila tikva, for the hope. That was a slogan of this committee. So one special moment was inviting battalion commanders. And it says 24 battalion commanders came up on stage with their children for this committee. And they together concluded 7,826 reserve duty days. Lekol mechiot kapayim sarot, to the sound of great clapping, 24 battalion commanders came up to the stage with their children, and it says that the host of this event thanked each and every one of them and their children by their private names. In the end of this event, all of the crowd just rose on their legs and said, Israel chayevet lachem toda amuka. Israel owes you a great thank you. And each one of them received an appreciation certificate that honors them by name. It is framed. Yes, and one reservist said, I did not speak to my friend for months because of the split in the country that we had over the judicial reform. I'm on one side, my friend was on another side, but when the 7th of October happened, we were both called up to reserve duty. We served shoulder to shoulder, no more enemies. We're not enemies. We are brothers in this war to protect Israel. I don't want to go back to those old days of separation, but we're here together, standing together, serving the army, serving Israel together. That's very, very touching. That guy's 29 years old, a battalion commander. Before I go to the last story, I want to show you an announcement here in the newspapers that is just part of Israel's life, living in Israel, part of the reality. It is an announcement from Arpal company that installs safe rooms in Israel. It is one of the safe room companies that installs them. And in Israel, as they're so important, everybody wants a safe room to be safe. Well, Arpal company announces here that there's a small defect in the safe room windows that were installed between the years 2016 to 2020. And it is a matter of one screw that is not installed right and is loose. And the danger of the window collapsing, if it's not opened correctly, that screw will be released and the window will fall inward. And that makes the safe room unsafe. Every safe room has a window, but the window is in very special, it's built and constructed in a very special way. It's completely sealed. Here's an example of it. And they say, send us a picture if we installed your safe rooms between these years, and we'll come and fix it with no charge very, very soon. So this is just the reality of Israel, that you want your safe room to be safe, and sometimes it's a matter of one screw. And in times of siren, you go into your safe room, you shut the door completely closed, you lock it. Well, it's not a lock, but just a secure closure, and you make sure the window is closed as well. And that will make your safe room safe as much as possible. Now to the last story. This is about a small school in the desert that's called Bustan Bamidbar. Literally, it means a garden in the desert. And it says it has a closure order on it. Now, does this remind you of anything? Yes, the Peniel Messianic School up in Tiberias has a closure order as well. And it's for the same reason. It's an amazing school, but the number of students is not sufficient. There's 26 students from the first grade up to 8th grade. And the Ministry of Education says this is not enough. Every grade needs to have at least 20 students. Well, the principal says this is a great school. She speaks about all the advantages, saying if we were in Tel Aviv, no problem, 20 kids in each class, but we're in the middle of the desert. There are not many people, families around here. There are many evacuee children there, and the parent says, this school saved my children's life, and that is the headline here. Bustan Bamidbar, the name of the school, has saved the lives of my children. Having these children that have been evacuated from their unsafe villages near Gaza, study here, feel safe, have freedom to learn in such great conditions. So we hope they do stay open, but to remind you, if you have not signed the petition yet or have not seen the video that we've done about the Peniel Messianic School, the only Messianic school up in northern Israel, and the second one in all of Israel, please, it's up here, the link is up here. Click it, and there's a petition that every signature counts that will help keep the school open. So thank you. Thank you for standing with us in Israel. Thank you for helping us by your prayers and support. And for more news that matters, go to allisrael.com. And if you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. I'm Rotem Magen for All Israel News.